Oh, so sorry. My network actually kicked me out. So sorry. Okay, so we are actually live. You're welcome, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Cisco Africa Academy, the first session for the year 2025. And here with me, I have Grace Chukwufunaya and Ndobu, who will be taking us on solutions to plastic waste and climates. We are focusing on waste management, and that is one of the key things that we are looking at this evening. Individuals, we are looking at how we can manage whether we use plastic, and you probably have to find a better way to probably process it or submit it somewhere so that it will not cause much harm as expected to uh, the environment at large. We know that these plastics are actually for physically, we can look at it, it clogs waterways, aside from the biodegradability, which is actually very low. So we have to find the alternative way in using that. And with that, I want to welcome everyone to the section tonight. My name is Oluwoyoluwa Tomise, and I'm the principal assistant of Cisco Africa Academy. So, what is Cityscope Africa? Is a pan-African circular economy award-winning media company, and with a growing community of over 2 million digital and print readers, we promote circular economy and sustainable development initiative, just as we have in today at the Academy. And we spotlight African excellence in business, entrepreneurship, tourism, and environment. And this evening, we have Grace with us, who is also, we call her an eco warrior who has been doing great in as fair in the little space that she is. She has been able through a community. She's the founder of Egg Right Recycles Enterprise, a social enterprise dedicated to tackling plastic pollution and climate change. With a strong background in environmental and climate and sustainability development, Grace has led initiatives that have made a tangible impact in her community. She's passionate about inspiring positive change and driving systemic impact through her work. And I would like to add that she's an award-winning circular economies. Let me use that word. A sustainable development initiative. So, and on this note, I would like to welcome Grace as you begin to give us ways and solutions to how we can manage plastic and also how we can affect or make our climate more good for us and ensure that we are able to maintain the sphere or the to help keep mother nature, let me use that one, to keep mother nature in the right frame of mind so that we can all enjoy while we are still here. So on this time, welcome Grace. You have the platform. It's a pleasure to have you here. You have the platform now. Please take over.
Thank you very much, Tosin. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to appreciate Mr. Tosin and his colleagues, senior colleagues, for the privilege to be here today, this evening. I appreciate and to everyone, good evening, and I'm excited to be with you this evening to discuss ways to tackle plastic pollution and climate change and how social entrepreneurship can drive change as well. So, moving forward, I'm going to talk about ways we are going to exploit, how to exploit, how to, how to exploit change in tackling plastic pollution. And first of all, I'll be talking about plastic pollution. We all know that plastic pollution is a global issue, not just in Nigeria, in Africa and the world. It's a global crisis. In Nigeria alone, we generate over 2.5 million plastic waste annually, and we need to be out there to drive change and you know tackle this problem because it's an issue. Me, from where I'm coming from the Niger Delta, particularly Delta states, we find lots of plastic in our gutters, that's our drainages, on the road, on our landfills, in our environment, everywhere. You can just see, even we as humans, our behaviors towards plastic is not encouraging at all. You can see someone that just bought a drink, probably Fanta or Coke, or a bottled water drink, and after drinking, they just, you know, carelessly on the road, even while in a moving vehicle. These are habits that we need to tackle to stop this because those ones thrown on the road are what end up in our drainages. And when this plastic ends up in our drainages and landfills, they cause other issues, health problems, and flooding is a part of flooding. So, like I rightly said, plastic pollution is a global issue in Nigeria, and we need to tackle it to drive this change. And for me, as a founder of Ace Recycles Enterprise, where we collect plastics and sort them and sell to manufacturing industries, it is a good one for me. And I've seen how the little I do can drive, great impact. And the little others do, combining with what I do, go to an extent to drive great change. And the impact of it is felt not just here, you know, the little you can do can be felt by everyone in your community, in your school. You can start from anywhere, your school, your community, your church, just anywhere, and people will feel the change you are making. And plastic pollution is a significant challenge in Nigeria, like I rightly said, and we generate over 2.5 million of plastic annually. Taking, for instance, the fashion industry. The fashion industry is also part of this problem. Apart from the fashion industry, the packaging industry also is a part of this problem. Apart from the packaging industry, we have plastic bags. That's the nylon bags that you go to buy when you go to buy normal simple stuff from the shop. They give you your stuff in nylon bags. These are also causes of pollution in our environment, and their major contributions to climate change, because with the global because there are pressing issues and major contributions to climate change. And climate change, on the other hand, is causing rise in temperatures and sea levels. If you take, for instance, some communities in the Niger Delta, you find out that the sea level is becoming so, you know, so high. And apart from that, it's rising, just keeps on rising. Even in Lagos State, I think the sea level is becoming so, especially when it's the rainy season, it's rising so high and it causes lots of flooding. I think of recent, I saw a video, I don't know where it is. I think either Ghana or somewhere in Lagos that, flooding and stuff like that. And I'm sure because those assets are close to the sea, the level of the sea rise is something else. And we need to tackle everything together. And this sea level rise affects our agriculture, our farming system. Apart from that, when your house is flooded, like I said earlier, it affects our health. There will be diseases like cholera, there will be diseases like malaria, and it affects women, it affects children, it affects youth, it affects men. And as social entrepreneurs, we can bring up innovative solutions. We can be creative. We can bring up innovative solutions to tackle this problem, to tackle plastic pollution, to tackle, you know, climate change, to help mitigate climate change in our own unique ways. We must not imitate other persons that are in the space. We can be very, very creative to tackle these problems. And let's look at innovative solutions. There are different ways we can, come up to be innovative. I have seen people that have made, bricks from plastic. I have seen companies that have made um, school decks from plastic, from clothing. You know, these are innovative solutions to tackling plastic pollution. Um, For me, I don't make a product, but I offer a service. I collect and remove this plastic from our landfills, you know, recycle them in the form of either crushing or baling them and sell to manufacturers. So this is another way of being innovative. You that is listening to me can come up with your own way, your own unique way of tackling plastic pollution. It can be anything that I've not been seen before. You can make artworks from plastic. You can, be creative. Just think and come out there in your own way and help tackle the pollution of plastic. Because if you are creative, you come out there, you are offering something that can help remove plastic from our environment, from our drainages, from our landfills, our rivers, our oceans, and it's a good one to tackle plastic pollution, an innovative solution to tackle plastic pollution. And we have examples, we have, I think, Makufu. Makufu is a Ghanaian. He uses pure water sachet to make school tables, like children's school tables. That's nice. That's innovative. We have people like Ajoke Lasisi, who makes school bags from pure water sachets, and also, you know, she makes bricks from fashion waste. Also, we have a lot of them. We have Eco Bata. We have the ones making bags, fashionable women bags from these plastics, and they are doing great in their various aspects. Then we have the ones in the industries like myself who bake and crush and we produce other materials using plastic bottles. So these are ways of tackling plastic pollution, and there are innovative ways. You just see someone make something out of plastic and you're like, wow, wow. You understand? The person does not have two heads. They sat down, they say, this is a problem. Plastic pollution is a problem. I want to be creative. I want to, bring out something innovative for me to be able to tackle this pollution. So as social entrepreneurs, we can be creative. Even if you are not in the space of social impact or plastic pollution, you are into other businesses. There's a way you can help tackle plastic pollution. You can actually, you know, be part of, partner and collaborate with social impact industries, NGOs, enterprises, and you can do cleanups, you can give your time, your resources for different projects. That also is your own way of helping tackling plastic pollution. You understand? So moving forward, we say these are ways of tackling plastic pollutions, especially for because they are not biodegradable. That is, they can last for over 1,000 years. If I throw a plastic bottle today outside, if I go back there in the next 1,000 years, I will see that plastic in that place. Unlike biodegradable products that, maybe if water touches, they melt away and stuff like that. So we need to be innovative and come up with great solutions to tackle plastic pollution. And also, we need to, work with one another. There's something like collaboration and partnership in working with ourselves. Instead of competing with ourselves, we can work with one another. We can come up with a a solution. I can come up with one, bringing them together. You can even decide to start your own social enterprise in your own community. If you are a student, you can decide to, I want to bring some of my mates together, my classmates together. Let's start, doing little projects in school. That's your own way of tackling plastic pollution. And also, say social entrepreneurship is key to driving real change by combining business principles with social entrepreneurship. We can create sustainable impact, not just be innovative, but sustainable innovations that will last for a long time, that will be there. You understand? And we have examples of social entrepreneurship ventures, like I mentioned. We have Ajoke Lasisi. We also have Coca-Cola. Of recent, I know Coca-Cola, they produces drink with plastic bottles, but still they came up with a solution. They recently launched their recycling hub in Lagos. And yes, it's another way of, bringing it in, taking it back and remanufacturing. So it's a way to make sure that their plastic are not seen in the environment. They are not in our environment. They are not causing pollution in the environment, in our rivers and oceans. So it's a good one. That's for industries. You understand? It's a good one, and at least it's applaudable. Then we have companies that also invest, like I rightly said, you can invest. If you are a business owner that is not really into the plastic pollution, NGO, enterprise stuff, you can invest, you can give your resources to these companies in form of partnership and collaboration to tackle plastic pollution. It's a great way of tackling plastic pollution in your own way. And I've given using myself as a case study. For we at Ace Recycles, we collect, we bake, we crush, and we sell to manufacturers who in turn reproduce other materials with the crushed and baked products. So that's our own way of tackling plastic pollution. And I believe in the nearest future we'll do more. Probably we'll come up with our own innovative solution. What are we going to do with plastic? What are we going to make with plastic? You understand? So that is it for now. And I would like to call out everyone and say, please, in your own way, make sure you are doing something to tackle plastic pollution. You might bring your own every day in Nigeria. We drink water, we drink bottled water. We also drink minerals, Fanta, Coke, different type of minerals, and they all come in plastic. You go to parties, you go to different type of events, and you are served drink and water in plastic bottles. So when you go to a party, even after drinking, you can actually take that bottle home. You recycle in your own way. Recycle. Look for companies that are into the recycling business in your area. Recycle. Take these bottles to them. That's the only two way of tackling plastic pollution. Take these bottles to them, recycle it. Tell your neighbors about it, tell your friends about helping with the plastic pollution problem in their own little ways, take action in your own little way. Sometimes also get a reusable bottles for work. It helps to tackle the plastic pollution problem. Can get reusable bottles for friends, for family, co-workers. Tell them about helping to tackle plastic pollution. So sometimes also, instead of using nylon to go to the market, why not carry a reusable bag? A bag that you can reduce, that you can reuse and reuse. Like this, my bag now. Show you this bag. It's a reusable bag. I can carry it everywhere, and it's made from pure water sachets. It's from Eco Butter, so you can get one as well. You know, I can reuse this bag. I can take it everywhere, unlike nylon that when I bring back home, I'll throw it away. You understand? So we need to sustain, we need to save our environment. Even our clothing, when we are through with wearing them, we no longer want to wear them. We can give out to our friends who are in need of them, or we can give out to companies that make other products from our clothing, like the bricks made from clothing by Ajokel Assistant. You can get a lot, transport it to anybody that makes products out of it. And yes, that's our own way of tackling, pollution in our environment. I want to call everyone, take action today because we are all together in fighting the plastic pollution problem. And when we fight the plastic pollution problem, we help to mitigate climate change in our environment as well. And we live healthier lives. We are free from diseases, and our farming improves, like our crops improves, and no need for complaints of flooding, no need of complaint that our crops are not growing, it's not sustainable, the likes of it. So I want to call everyone out, make sure in your own way, tackle the plastic pollution. Be conscious of it, be intentional. From today, I'm not going to use, I'm not going to throw away my plastic. When I go to an event, I'll make sure I take it home. When is I recycle, be conscious, recycle, reduce, and reuse. in saving the environment in your own way. And I'll be stopping here. I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. And if you have questions, you can ask. I'm here to answer your questions. And let's all tackle plastic pollution together and create a better and sustainable future for our children, not just our children, our communities, our country, Africa, and the world. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Grace. That was an insightful section, and I like the fact that you talked about creating awareness and each and every one of us to put all hands on deck. The consciousness should be there. So if you are drinking a soft drink, if you are getting a bottled drink, just ensure that okay, this is actually recyclable. You can't just throw it anywhere because when you throw it into the system, it goes back to you one way or the other. And so it's actually very good that we actually try our best to uh, pick these things. There are people around who are ready to collect. You can even start yourself, like you said, you can start a social enterprise yourself in which you collect the bottles from all around, from your neighbors. Don't throw it away, don't burn it, just give it to me. I remember sometimes ago we were trying to do a disposal, and then someone said this is actually it was even a melter, not even a plastic. You're like, this messed up. This people will take it. Like I think this malams and the likes said it is. So she picked out the metal and said this metal will be good for them. And then immediately the guy was coming. He gave it to him. Like okay, you can have this. So you can just tell your neighbors and like don't dispose your plastic. Don't worry, just pass it to me. After a period of time, I can ring out to or call out for it, which actually in a way they will pay me for that. I might not actually give them for free. They will actually give me a certain amount at which I will be able to okay, it's waste, but I'm making money. There's a lot of money in waste management. So I think it's a very good one. And also one thing I also want to talk about is when it comes to waste management, we have to start with the grassroots. We have to catch them young. Let's bet the consciousness in the little ones so that even as they grow old, they are conscious that, oh, I just drank a bottle of water. Okay, I don't have to throw it away. I can convert it to so many things. It's just for me to sit down and think. There was a time I think it was on TikTok or on Facebook, and I could see bottled water turn into something like a tap. They cut the bottom off and then they kind of turn it upside down and get somewhere, and then you can get water. So if you want to wash your hand instead of you going to tap or something, I think the school do not know have that kind of water. So you just have the water in each of these bottles, and then you just open it, then you wash your hand, and then you cock it back. These are ways that you can actually recycle or use plastic. There are so many ways that you can use it, but if you don't know about it, you just think, okay, I think that's
Adding to
the okay.
adding to what you said, when you say we cut it, we can also use it in planting our crops at home. We can have our
Yeah.
own garden at home. You plant like tomatoes, yam, pepper. You can actually use them in planting. And when you made mention of grassroots, yes, we can go to schools in our communities and talk to them about plastic pollution and how to tackle the plastic pollution crisis. Kids are people that when you tell something, when they get home, they definitely pass it to others. So it goes round like that. You can use your social media platforms. Like for me, I use my social media platform, especially Facebook.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, you also talk about the fact that you can use your social platforms. I think I follow somebody on LinkedIn. I think a Kenyan. Yes. What even drew me out, what attracted me to her was the fact that she was sharing some innovative ways in which waste have been recycled. I was like, wow. So there are other ways that this kind of waste can be turned to something else, even aside from plastic. So many ways. Like, oh, I think I like what she does, and I'm like, okay, let me just follow you to learn more. And we have so many other platform. I think we have the CEIP, Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation Partnership, which is also a platform that also does that. I know about Ajay Kelasisi doing great with waste management, especially when I met her, she was talking about using a that was just using a nylon, yes, a nylon, Indomie nylon to make a usable bag which you can carry along to get something using all these nylons that we see around. We can just something that we can use. Not even talk of other things that we can actually be able to process and make it better. I think I was watching a video of I think a kid yesterday by the name David. Yes, he did a guitar bag from waste. He said he woke up and was like, I don't have a bag for my guitar. And I okay, let me go around, pick plastic, pick nylons and everything. Then he washed, he dried, then he began to show us the processes in which he had to go through to ensure that he gets a bag that is what from the waste. Now, these are waste that people have actually thrown outside. They don't even care if it blocks or if it cause flooding or they don't care. But he just went around and just picked it. He went to the like you mentioned, you said vendors and likes. He even went to the tailor shop to pick fabrics that they've cut and not using again and just lying there and were ready to be burnt. And he picked them and then he began to process them for what he wanted to use, and eventually it came out nice. So we as individuals, as a person, as a organization, try to do what? Try to be conscious. That's the first thing. Try to be environmentally conscious. Mother nature needs to be taken care of. That's what I would just say. But then don't whatever you do to Mother Nature will actually come back to you. So Mother Nature needs to take care of. Let us do our best to take care of it by keeping waste out of the system. Let us we can process waste. We can process waste. So don't just you might not have the technical know-how, but there are people who you can reach out to that can what actually give you that understanding, or you can give it to them to actually begin to use that particular waste to what to do what they want to do. So it's actually a very nice one having you on board this evening to even share this that we can even start by ourselves, not even just waiting for anybody. Start where you are, start yourself, collate, and then reach out. If you cannot get somebody close to you, you can reach out to your social media that okay, this is my little contribution. I need someone to help me do the pickup, and you'll be shocked that maybe 3 or 5 people will reach out to you and say, "Oh, I would like to. Where are you located? Let's get to know," and then we'll come do pickup for you, and then and then picking up, they will actually reward you for doing that to uh, save waste or take waste out of the system. So it's a call to every one of us this evening or today or anytime you are watching us from anywhere in the world. Call to you that what you it begins with you. Yes, let me use the word. It begins with you. Let us start being conscious. Let us start taking the waste out. If you use a plastic, for example, if you use a plastic, you can still reuse it. Don't just take, okay, I'm done with this plastic, okay, just throw it away. There are still so many functions that this plastic can still do as it's with you. So don't just say, okay, one use, you throw it away, and this and that. I think Lagos State is trying to ban some
Single-use
I think
plastic.
single use plastic. Yeah, I think by July 1, they are going to kickstart, and they are trying to work on so many things. They've stopped styrofoam use, and because styrofoam is one of the major things that cause flooding and everything. When you get to waterlogged area, you see styrofoam blocking the water channels and every other thing. So they stopped it, and then it's worked effectively. And now they are going on to single-use plastic. So it's something that everybody's trying to work towards. So don't be left out. Try your possible best to also put in, reach out to people. You can just on your platform, you can post. The more you are posting, people are actually able to engage with you and give you even probably set up with you. Yes, they can partner with you, like she said earlier. Right? They can partner with you to do some things. So it might not be like, want to take it away from you. Okay, let's see how we can. We don't have an hub here. Let's see how we can partner with you to create the hub here, so that will be like a partner with us while you are working. We have a collaboration and partnership deal, and then you start up as a business, we are also doing business together. We are also doing business where we are, then we can come together, make profit, and also save Mother Earth. So don't just feel like okay, I think let's leave this to some people. No, don't leave it to some people. It's about every one of us. Every one of us. Let us try our possible best to what to put in that effort in what is saving Mother Earth or Mother Nature. So it's been a wonderful evening this time around. Thank you so much, Grace. I know the day has been very hectic and every other thing, but taking out the time to come on board this evening, we celebrate you, we appreciate you, and we wish you the best, even as you continue the journey in environmental impact initiative that you have started, and we hope that it goes higher and higher, more awards, more recognition. You've been doing a lot of great things, and we want to celebrate you for that, and we look forward to amazing time, even with you as the academy, also even probably in physical sections in which you can educate or begin to teach people technical know-how on how to go about this process. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So if there's any question, I think that would be check we'll check over later on, because we are live on YouTube at the moment, and we're live on LinkedIn. But on YouTube, we'll be having the questions majorly. So if there's any question, we'll be taking it. You can always drop your question on the channel. We will take it up there as soon as possible when we get it, and then we'll try to provide an answer via our guest. So thank you so much, everybody. And this is Cityscope Africa. Do well to subscribe to our channel, follow us on LinkedIn. We are on all social media platforms. Do well to connect with us. We spotlight great things. We spotlight our circular economy initiative and ways in which people are doing things to want to make the earth better. So from us, or from I and Grace, I want to say good night, but I would like to see Grace to say one or two words before we bring the section to an end.
Okay, remember to tackle the plastic pollution problem. Remember to volunteer. Remember to do your own unique way, like being innovative to tackle the plastic pollution problem. Remember to educate your family, friends, relatives about tackling the plastic pollution problem. And remember to put your work out there, because when you put your work out there, people will always want to, give to you to able to carry out projects like and yeah, it will help. Like I said earlier, it will help in creating a sustainable environment for not just us, our communities, our future generations, and help for a better earth for everyone. So let's go out there and do the work. More of action, less of talking. Thank you, Rob.
Amazing. I love that last word. More of action and less of talking. Let's do the do. Don't
Yes.
just say, let's say this, let's get into the field and do it. Okay. Thank you so much, Grace. I think it's an amazing evening, and I wish you a good night rest and also a wonderful week ahead. To all every one of us watching from wherever you're watching us, we want to say thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. This is South Africa Academy, where we have talks around sustainable development, circular economy, business, entrepreneurship, and intercontinental talks take place. So don't want to join us next time. Watch out for our lives. Watch out for our notification as soon as you follow us on every other channels, so that as when we come on board and we begin this session, you can join us from wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much. Don't want to have a lovely day